Hi everybody and welcome to the Team Tomey Inner Circle Weekly Meetup. This is our weekly webinar we do for all of my customers. That way if you guys have questions about anything, I'm here to answer them. The way we do this is we do what we call housekeeping, then we do a lesson, and then we talk about our Accountability Tuesday group that is new. We're going to be doing that for a few more weeks, and then we take open Q&A so I can help you with anything you need in your business, okay? So, let's see who's on. We've got Angeline, Bob, Carolyn, Charlene, Ferdinand, Gary, Gilbert, Holly, Howard, Jan, Jeff, Joe, John, Michael, Mike, Petra, Randy, Raymond, Rick, Roy, Russell, Terrence, good to see you, and of course, Trevor McHaffie. I have now called him Trevor McHaffie because he's been such a yes man lately. So we are now renaming him. Good to see you guys. I'm just seeing highs. Petra says, oh, it's 9 p.m. your time. Sorry. Good evening, Liz. That's okay. It's morning where you're at, so we're good with that. All right, guys. I'm so glad everybody made it out tonight. Remember, our mission each week is to continually learn to market our business online and get the help we need to move forward with business. That's the mission of this webinar. I want you guys continually learning, and I want you guys continually coming here to get the help that you need. When something comes up in your business, you need to be getting on these weekly webinars and going, Liz, this is my problem. What can I do? I can help you. If you're in one of my coaching programs and you're struggling with something, get on a weekly webinar with me. A lot of you guys that are in my coaching programs have what we call Save Your Life calls. So you can do one-on-ones with me also, okay? Remember the Facebook group. It's amazing. It's a great big group of people. You guys should be posting in there, and when you're doing stuff in your business, or you need feedback or something, or you need help, post in there. And then of course the YouTube channel that everybody absolutely loves. This is like my brain downloaded to YouTube. Tons of videos on there about building and marketing your business online. So we have tonight Trevor McHaffie, and is what I'm going to do now. Trev, are you ready for me to make you the presenter? Okay. So Trevor is going to talk to us tonight about using solo ads to get traffic. We've been talking a lot about traffic. And I was going to do a webinar on running your own Facebook group tonight, but we will do that next week. I wanted to go ahead and get Trevor in here so he could do this. So give me a second while I make Trevor the presenter. Yes. And okay, you should be unmuted too, Trevor.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfectly. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Good. Thank you. I appreciate you coming and doing this.
Put this presentation together for you.
I'm sorry?
I said I've been busting my ass putting this presentation together for you.
It better be good.
Come on, you know me better than that, right?
Exactly. I tease. Guys,
I never do anything on a small scale. You know that.
I know this. That's why I'm really excited for this tonight. Okay, so is what I'm going to do. Give me just a second so I can get this all on the screen because I want the recording to show everything. I'm going to mute myself out. Can everybody hear Trevor? Yes. Okay, good. All crystal clear, loud and clear. Yep. Okay. Well, hopefully he'll be heard on the recording too.
Perfect.
Okay, I'm just trying to get rid of questions here. Okay, so I'm going to mute myself out, and you're going to take over.
All right. So like we talked about it last couple of weeks, Liz asked me to do a presentation on solo ads. So what I've done is I've put together things that have worked for me, things that I think you need to know around strategies, terminology, all that kind of stuff around solo ads. So Solo ads can be an effective way to kickstart or inject your email list with new leads and buyers profitably. Now, the concept of solo ads is fairly simple and can often be overcomplicated when starting out. Now, like I said here, the key is to start slow. You want to test your metrics and tweak and monetize through the whole process. Okay? That, in a nutshell, is what we're going to cover. So what are solo ads? So solo ads are basically paid advertisements that are sent out from an email owner's list to their subscribers. The list owner is going to send an email to their subscribers with your offer and your link to either your opt-in page, your sales funnel, whatever that offer is, depending on the niche that you're in. And the list owner is going to send the amount of unique clicks that you've purchased to your offer. Now, remember that word, unique clicks, okay? So basically what you're doing is you're buying traffic from someone else who has already built up their email list. So here's some terminology that you need to know when you're dealing with solo ad vendors, setting up your solo ads and understanding what these things mean. So one of the things that I want you to do is, before I go to that, one of the terminologies that I need you to understand is when they talk about clicks, there's different types of clicks. So there's list clicks. List clicks come directly from a solo ad vendor's email list. Funnel clicks are anything that comes through one of their funnel pages, whether it's on a bonus page, thank you page, it's contained within that funnel. And exit clicks are basically like an exit pop, exit traffic. So there's 3 different ways that you can get clicks, and they all are different pricing. So depending on the quality of solo ad that you want, depends on what type of click that they offer and you can purchase. So just keep that in mind. So when we talk unique clicks are calculated from the first time the visitor is going to see your offer. So when you purchase a solo ad, you want to purchase unique clicks. The other clicks that you're going to see with some of the statistics are the total number or raw clicks that hit your link or your offer. So this is if a visitor comes more than once, they're going to calculate as raw clicks. So you'll see them as 2 visitors, but it's only 1 unique click. Okay. One other thing that I couldn't fit on this slide is they call it top tier traffic or tiered traffic. So when they talk top tier traffic, you're looking at the top 5 countries. So US, Canada, UK, I forget the other ones that are in there. I think Australia's in there, but those are what they consider top tier traffic. So they tend to filter those a little bit more. And again, you can buy 100% US traffic. You can get, more top tier traffic, less top tier traffic, and it all costs different. Obviously, when you deal with the top tier countries, you get more response and better traffic rather than different countries that tend not to do that. Okay. I can't remember the top 5 countries. I know there's another one, but keep that in mind too. When you look at pricing, ask them where their traffic's coming from. Open rates. So the open rates are the number of people that are going to open your email. So this is either going to be, you want to ask the vendor what their open rates are when you start connecting and interacting with them, but you also want to test the open rates for yourself. So even though you're getting lots of clicks, lots of opt-ins, if they're not responsive, it's not a good quality solo ad traffic. So we typically want to see between a 5 and 10% opt-in rate. So what you want to do is you immediately want to test the responsiveness of this list as soon as you get your leads. So you want to have your follow-up sequence in place, ready to go, where it's fully automated. You don't want to have to touch it, send out broadcasts. And as soon as that happens, as soon as they opt in and they start getting those leads and start clicking on links and opening, you're going to see those statistics right in your autoresponder software. So Aweber, GetResponse, they all have the statistics in there. They're going to show you those open rates and click rates. So click-through rates. This is the amount of subscribers that are going to take action on that email. So when they open your email, are they clicking on the link? Are they taking that to your landing page? Are they taking that to your offer? Are they being interactive with what you're sending them? So that's very important. EPC or earnings per click, we all hear this all the time. So this is the amount that you're going to generate from your funnel. So if you have a user opts in to your list, they're usually going to see an upsell. So let's say you had 100 clicks that come to your page or to your offer, and you have a 5% conversion rate on a $40 product. That's going to generate you $200. Okay. So if you had a click-through rate of 1%, So let's say we ordered a solo ad of 100 clicks, okay? We got a 1% click-through rate, and that's going to take us to the $200. So we multiply that by, we take the $200 and multiply it by the 1%. That's going to give you your EPC. So we are currently making on that funnel a $2 EPC, or earnings per click. So every click that comes through that funnel is making us $2. I hope that makes sense. If anyone's got any questions, or Liz, if any questions come up, just let me know.
Yep, I will.
Because I tend to talk fast and I start to go pretty quick. So
you're fine. You're
just
fine.
slow me down because I get, yeah.
Yeah, I'm following you.
Okay, cool. And the last one is obviously our cost per click. So we want to make sure that it's within our budget and we're getting what we pay for. So basically, when you buy ads, you want to know what that cost per click is. So let's say, for example, we're paying $100 for 100 clicks. That's going to be $1 cost per click. Typically, it's a lot less for 100 clicks, but that's easy math, and I'm not a mathematician, so we'll leave it that simple. So when we're doing any type of paid advertising, you want to make sure that you're getting a you're getting a return on your investment, okay? So whether it's money, whether it's leads, shares, or likes to posts, whatever your goal is for your marketing strategy, you need to make sure that you're getting results that you paid for. You're getting the return that you want. Now, for solo ads, the goal here is to break even with our advertising costs as quickly as possible, okay? So how do we do that? We do that with what we call a self-liquidating offer. Slow is what we've got to call that here, but it's basically when you pay for traffic, you immediately pays for itself because your funnel converts all those subscribers into buyers, and it's going to earn you enough money that pays for that advertising cost. So let's say that we paid that $100 for 100 clicks. We would hope to earn with our funnel, the way it's set out, at least $100 back. Does that make sense for everyone? I'm hoping.
Totally does me. I'm not seeing any questions coming in.
Perfect. So the next thing we want to do is we want to obviously immediately monetize our new leads. So once they've completely gone through your funnel, so they've gone through your opt-in page, your upsells, all that kind of stuff, they're finished. They're now on your email list. You need to prepare to start emailing them offers and increase your profits. So you're going to, build your know, like, and trust, but you're also going to start making money. You start giving affiliate links, sending out as much as possible, connecting with your audience. But the whole idea of getting, obviously, people on your email list through this type of traffic is to start making offers, okay? So you want to kind of be a little bit different, too. You want to reach out to them. They're hitting offers and stuff every single day. Right? It's just like every other traffic that comes through the internet marketing space. You're on probably about 10 or 15 different email lists. So are most of the people that are on these solo ad vendors. So you want to kind of stick out from the crowd, make good headlines, start monetizing these leads, okay? And then obviously once you have a funnel that works, that's paying for itself, you need to scale that up and keep adding hot leads and keep going and going and going. Keep buying them, find new vendors. You want to use a vendor for a certain amount of time because their list is going to get old too. So you want to continue to find new ways to pay for itself. But when you have a winning funnel that pays for itself, you can continue to build that up because if you go and spend $500 or $1,000, you're getting $500 or $1,000 back right away. It's already paid for itself. So now we want to get the most from our clicks. So when you buy a solo ad, you want to maximize the benefit that you get from what you paid for. So how do we maximize our ad spend and create a good self-liquidating offer, okay? The first thing we need to do is we need to create a high converting opt-in page. Our goal is to get about a 50% opt-in rate. Winning squeeze pages that we see these days tend to be simple by design and they get visitors subscribed right away. So the first thing we want to do is we want to have a good headline with a hook that converts really, really well. So one of the tools that I use is a headline analyzer. So the link is on the page there, but you can just search headline analyzer in Google. You'll find all kinds. This is one that comes up. But what you want to do is you want to find something that's going to get somebody to opt in. I tend to use things that are questions, but what this analyzer does is it's going to give you a different scale. It's going to rate it. So right? Pretty simple, okay? I tend to use the business and professional services, but when you do it, it's going to give you a percentage, okay? So when you read down here, you want to try and strive for a minimum of 30 to 40%. And it says here, most gifted copywriters are between 50 and 75%. So this, usually when I use a how-to, do you want to, when I'm engaging questions, I tend to get a higher rate percentage, which is engaging. I use this for my subject lines. Most of my subject lines tend to be questions, and they're engaging questions to increase open rates. So this is a great tool that I use to figure out where I am as far as a good headline, a good hook, good subject lines.
That's a good little tip. I've never seen that thing before.
No?
No, I've never
I use it
seen
all the
that.
time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and usually as soon as you take whatever your subject line or headline is and turn it into a question, it usually jumps.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a pretty cool little thing. And I usually, even on my sales pages, I go through all my headlines on the page, and I'll use it to see what the engagement is.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. One of the other things you want to look for is, like I said, simplicity. I use a tool called Convertread for one reason. One of the things that you're going to see, especially with solo ads, and the traffic these days is about 60% comes on mobile. So I'll show you some of my pages here and how it changes to mobile visitors, but you need to make sure that everything is responsive. Okay, and I'll show you some of the stats and exactly where everything comes from what comes from desktop and mobile. And anywhere between 50 and 60% of your visitors are coming from mobile devices, just because everything you can get on your smartphone. So you want to make sure that it fits and everything is on that screen. So this is actually one of I just kind of put it in here as a tool that I've used for my last couple squeeze page. I'm starting to use it more for my sales page because I really like the software. But it actually allows you to have elements that will show to mobile users, and it'll show differently to desktop, which I think is pretty cool. But the crucial thing is that it needs to be mobile responsive. It needs to look good on mobile. So if your headlines don't change, the text font and all that stuff doesn't change to fit in mobile, you're going to have a less opt-in rate. It's not going to be as forgiving, and you're not going to get out what you want to get out of it. And we want to repurpose our clicks. So this is probably something that a lot of people don't talk about. There's a couple different ways that I'm going to show you how I do this. One, exit pops. Okay, so they come to your offer. You want to try and grab them before they leave. You don't ever want to waste a click that's coming to your page. So when they try and leave your page, you're going to throw up a different offer, give them something different for free, just so we can get that lead. You don't want to ever waste that click. Social sharing. I don't think that was supposed to be there because that's... Oh, no, that is. Sorry, I'm not even following my own presentation. Social sharing. So on my thank you page, which I'll show you, this is probably the most important part of your funnel. The subscribers already taken action by opting into your list. They've already said, yes, I want to get this. I'm going to give you my email address for whatever you're giving them for free. But on your thank you page, you want to maximize that traffic. So I have a social sharing element on my thank you page that's going to offer them a bonus to reshare that content and get more clicks to my page. So basically I'm taking that one click that I've taken from a solo ad vendor and turn it into a couple more as they share that content, okay? So you're going to get more and more clicks that are coming from social media and viral sharing, okay? So you want to repurpose everything that you can to continue to drive stuff back to your page. So how do we make money? Where's our ROI? This is where we need to start making the money, and we're going to put money makers in place. The first thing that I do is I put a fast action bonus in front of these new leads, okay? And there's a couple different ways that I do this, and I present it in different ways. When I pull up my funnel page, I'll show you exactly the flow on how I do this. They both kind of convert the same. They both convert it into sales, roughly the same percentage, but I'm going to show you how I do that and put that into action and start making money there as well. The fast action bonus can either be something that you have, your own product, or it can be an affiliate offer where it's going to, you create the bonus for that affiliate offer to entice them to purchase, okay? Next thing we have is one-time offers that you're going to present to your leads, just like any other funnel, okay? If this is your product, you're going to make sales to your products. You're going to increase your bottom line. If it's an affiliate offer, they're going to be pushed through the sales funnel that affiliate has in place, and you're going to earn commissions on every single sale. Now, obviously, once the lead has gone through either yours or their sales funnel, you need to continue to add emails or continue to send them emails from your autoresponder that's going to contain affiliate offers and build up the commissions. Okay. So this is the interactive part. Do you guys want to see what my funnels look like?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard one.
Let's see if we can. Let's see how many people.
I can't see the questions or comments, so I'm hoping there's more than one.
Oh yeah, there's. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's 5 of us. Is anybody awake here? Or are we? There we go. There we go. Now everybody's starting to wake up. I think we've got like some really slow typers. So yes.
Okay.
We got lots of yeses.
All right, so here's one of the pages that I just used. I'll show you some of the stats on this stuff too, okay? So again, like I said, I use Convertread. This is one of the squeeze pages that I used. Very simple, okay? As a headline, tells them a little bit about what I've given, email address, that's it, okay? When I go like this, if you guys can see this, so see how it changes? That's what you're gonna see on mobile. So you can see how it changes. That's very important, because that would be when you open that up on your phone. That's roughly what it's going to be. So all that stuff, including the email opt-in box, is all in front of the user. Okay, so you want to make sure that your stuff is mobile optimized. Okay. So the next page after that, this is the one I'm talking about. So this is a share page that, so as soon as they opt in, and there's a couple different ways that I do this, and I'll show you. This is the one funnel, and I'll show you the other sequence of it, but it's pretty much the same. So what I do is I take them to a thank you page. I say, thanks for joining, blah, blah, blah. As they scroll down to get their download, they're going to see this. So in the video, I explain, if you share this page or share my link, I'm going to give you 3 more bonuses. So what I do is obviously it's almost like a little sales page. And then I have this viral sharing thing right here. So they're going to share it on Facebook, which is going to drive back to my squeeze page. Okay. I have it in Twitter and Google+. So they can share this, and they're going to get these 3 more downloads. Okay, so it's going to take them to another page. Or they can opt out and not share it. Okay?
What do you use for the viral share buttons?
Right now I use Buzznar, but I am creating something that I'll speak about shortly.
Awesome.
That will be way better.
It's better than Omar's product. Yes!
Way better. Oh yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, I'll talk about it at the end, and I'll show you exactly what it's doing, and I'll probably leak some stuff I probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna anyways.
Awesome.
So if they share, and there's some things that I have built into this page as well, some secrets that I learned from a couple other people as well about interaction and engagement. But basically, what it does is it just gives them their extra bonuses here. And remember how I talked about fast action bonuses? We want to get offers in front of our new leads as fast as possible. So this box here is a fast action bonus. It's going to open up another page.
I have a really quick question for you on that page.
I don't know how this plays, but this video plays even with all these updates. Don't know how I did that, but it does.
Hey, Trev.
So, yeah.
The links you had on that page to the email services.
The email services.
Yep, so go up.
Oh, yes.
Are those clickable?
Yes.
Okay.
So that will actually take to my,
Right, okay.
Yep.
How do you do that?
Yeah, so I basically, all I did was take a image from Google Images.
Right.
And put it on my page and made a hyperlinked image.
Right, but what do you hyperlink it to?
Oh, I just looked up, I went to like Gmail or whatever their login is.
Okay.
So I logged out of Gmail. I went to their login screen and I just put that link in there.
Duh. Okay, because I've been creating a thank you page cheat sheet for my people, and I've been wanting to do this because I heard Joel Terrion talking about it, and I was
That's exactly where I got from.
Yeah, and I was
That's why I started putting it in
how
here.
the hell do I link to that? Okay, so you just go to their login page, put those images on your page. Okay, perfect.
Yep. That's exactly what I did. So that's something I've tested. I don't know exactly how well it's going to convert you or what I'm getting out of it, but I know obviously from Joel, I'm going to keep it in there because I know it's something there. So
exactly. to get people to, and guys, what we're talking about is you want people to confirm their email if you're doing double opt-in. So is what Trev has here is actual links to the main email providers. I wonder if you can. If you can.
I don't use Yahoo, so like it would just take it to Yahoo screen.
Yeah. Okay. So I wonder if you can do it to where they check their Outlook also, because I know that's still a big thing.
Yeah, Hotmail is Outlook, I think.
Okay.
It's the new Microsoft. Yeah.
Got it. Perfect. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I just wanted to ask that because we're talking a lot about thank you pages right now. And that's something I've been wondering about over the last couple days as I start creating my new thank you pages. I'm going to double opt-in on my free offers. Should people be using double opt-in with solo ads?
I would say probably no.
Right.
Again, that's I know with the GDPR and all that kind of stuff. Some say yes, some say no. I think as long as you're doing it the right way, I don't think it's going to change anything. Like I even read an article from AWeber today that says double opt-in is not required.
Exactly, and I've seen where a lot of people with the whole GDPR thing are like, you have to no, you don't have to double opt-in. I'm doing it for different reasons with my whole double opting in thing. I just want a better quality subscriber. And that's one of my biggest things. But yeah, we're not going to talk GDPR.
No, we're not going to go to the GDPR rabbit hole. I would say just based on because it's purchase traffic, paid traffic.
Single opt-in those people.
I want to collect as much as I can. I don't want to turn anybody away just because they haven't confirmed.
Exactly.
Right? And that's kind of what this is doing too, right? So when you're talking small commitments, as soon as they go in, they opt in and they click on one of those links and go into their email box, they're going to see that. They're going to read your email, which is going to help you with the email service provider. So it's going to help prevent stay out of spam that way because it's engagement, right? So you can teach them how to whitelist and all that kind of stuff. But when they go in and see your email, go in there, click on whatever link that is. Because the way that I set this up was I sent them an email right away and I said, in the video it says if you go and click on the link below, like the Gmail, Yahoo, you log in right now, there's a free gift inside that email, and it was a link to a video or something that I had done.
Okay.
So I'm getting them to go into that email and click on that link, which shows engagement to Gmail, Yahoo, whoever, right away that they want my emails.
Exactly. Okay, go ahead.
So it is a good trick to get them in that way, but I always had that email, but it was getting them in there right away.
Exactly. Good tips.
So right in this video, I tell them, go do this, go do that. So I'm starting to teach them right away, okay? So the next part is when they get to the bottom here is the Fax Action Bonus. So basically what this was is a Fast Action Bonus that I created for an affiliate product. Where I had created a bonus and I just created the page. So I left it on this. It actually converted pretty good. It went along with what I was offering because it was commission. I'm offering affiliate training through what I was giving away. It was a product that I kind of created myself. It was actually a PLR that I created. And I just used it for myself, used that. And this was a copy-paste commissions, which was email campaigns, all that kind of stuff that kind of went along with it. So that's how kind of the funnel goes together. Okay, so all those pages kind of go together. The only difference was on if they don't share, this page kind of comes up. It looks the same. It doesn't have the other bonuses, but I have the viral inviter on the page again to try and entice them to share. And again, in the video, I'm going to say, well, if you didn't share, can you go and share? I'll give you these bonuses, all that kind of stuff. So I'm talking about, going sharing, where they can get all the bonuses, all that kind of good stuff. So that's how that funnel went together, and it worked really well. I'll show you the stats in a second. The only difference that I did when I tested the other one, so I went squeeze page, share page, and then the thank you page with the Fast Action Bonus button. The other funnel I went squeeze page directly to the Fast Action Bonus page. And then if they didn't go there, they had like a no option where they could go back to the small share page and start sharing and stuff like that. So I was able to make money with it right away. I didn't get as many shares and stuff like that the way I wanted. But it all depends on your niche, what you're trying to do. Just for what I had, I found I got more shares the other way. For obvious reasons, because I'm taking them to the share page, but it's still converted as far as sales-wise, roughly the same. Does that make sense? Anyone understand the flow of the funnel?
I'm totally getting it. Is there any way that after the webinar you can give me links to this stuff?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, awesome.
Well, when we're done the webinar, if you stop the recording, I can show you exactly what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'll show you exactly what I gave my programmer to design.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I can do that with the whole group. I'm cool with that.
Okay.
So is everyone following those for the most part?
I'm not seeing any questions. Everybody's saying yep, 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 yep.
Okay, cool. All right. So obviously you guys want to see stats, right? So let's see if this is going to make me log in. Yes. And all my million logins. Yeah, so the one thing, and I will talk a little bit about tracking in the next couple of slides, but you guys got to make sure that you're tracking everything, especially in solo ads. So the last one that I did here, again, I had some problem with my putting the links in the right place, but as you can see here, I had 2 different funnels, basically what I was telling you. So I had about 500 clicks. I split them up. You tend to get a little bit more. They usually over-deliver. And this is what I was talking about here. So I use a program called Quality Click Control. This is Jason's. I don't know if you know Jason Benoit, Liz?
I don't.
No?
Nope.
He's a Florida guy too. I thought you might have known. But anyway, big solo ad. He developed this whole program. He was a big solo ad seller too. I've actually had him on one of my webinars. We had a good recording one day, a couple years ago. But basically what this is going to tell you is it gives you all your tracking links. This is what you're going to give to your solo ad provider. So what you can see here is you can see I got a total of 285 raw clicks with 283 unique clicks. So I had 110 opt-ins, so I had a 38% opt-in on, and it's the exact same page for whatever reason. One converted at 38%, one converted at 43%. Don't know why. But then I got, you can start to see here, like I put the Gmail in there. So I had a couple clicks from that. Yeah, some of the tracking wasn't set up properly on this one, but I will show you some of the shares from the other one that I did. So, but what you want to see here is, so here's my clicks, okay? So here's my raw clicks, here's my unique clicks. We have the opt-ins. I didn't track sales because it was an affiliate offer, so I wasn't able to track it in here, but I was able to track it through JVZoo. Now, when we go through where your traffic comes from. So remember when I was talking top tier traffic, right? So that's your US, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, Great Britain, okay? So there's your top 5 countries, and that's where most of my traffic came from. Okay, so it was good quality coming. Most of it came from the United States. Out of 283 clicks, unique clicks, 233 came from the US. So that's pretty good. So when we start to look down here now, remember how I said that we were talking about mobile and desktop. So obviously we see the smartphone here and the desktop here. Well, look how many of them are mobile that click through. Okay, so a lot of those are mobile users.
Yeah, everybody really needs to make
and then we go to look for conversions, it's the same thing. It's a lot of mobile. Okay, so that's why every page that you have, like even the share page, like all this stuff, right? So my share page was my conversion page. That's what had the code on it. Okay, but you can see how many come from mobile. So that's why it's so important that we have mobile optimization on all your pages. Does everyone understand that? Almost anything that you want to do, sales page, whether it's launching a product, solo ads, opt-in, whatever you're doing, you need to have it mobile optimized, okay? And the same thing for, this one here. So when we go to, let me go back to this one here. So this was another test, again. When I go to where's the share page? Yeah, so right here, okay, so this is when they came to, so they went through the squeeze page and landed on the share page. Out of that, I got 113 unique clicks back to my opt-in page from people that are already opted in. They sent 113 clicks from Facebook or Twitter or wherever. You guys see how that, does that make sense?
Yes. Hey, one of my people has a question about Optimize Press, because I teach with Optimize Press. Guys, Optimize
Yeah, I use Optimize Press, yeah.
Yep, Optimize Press does make your sites mobile friendly. It makes them responsive.
For the most part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just be careful with that, because this page is an Optimize Press page. Okay? This is the Fast Action Bonus that I was using.
Uh-huh.
But watch the headline. Because it's so big, I'd have to be careful, but it doesn't really, see how it kind of matches
so
it
big.
in there?
Yep.
Not 100%. So, again, that's part of, I would have to fix this. But just make sure you guys test it. That's all. And all you just got to do is just drag your browser to a small screen. That's it. Okay? So does anyone have any questions so far? Everyone following this on how we're going to, repurpose our traffic? So we're making a little bit more out of what we're purchasing. Okay? So we always want to repurpose as much as we can to get back to our squeeze page. So we're kind of making this go viral, so to speak.
All right.
Okay?
Okay, Dale Walker has a question. He said, so you doubled your opt-ins with your social share offer? No. He got 100 and something more clicks with the double share offer.
Right.
Do you have tracking in place to see if those that got shared opted in? Is that even possible?
It does show here. So again, this is like not great, but I got one out of that.
Okay. Okay.
From showing here. So, but you got to remember, it's a different kind of traffic,
Yes.
though. Right? So you're going from paid traffic to extremely cold traffic. So it's just me sharing something to social media, which gets lost real fast. But even still, I'm almost at a 1% opt-in rate, which isn't great, but it's free traffic.
Exactly.
Right? So the better that you make the share option, and it wasn't even that great. Like, I mean, it all depends on how much work you put into the description, what the image is. Like, there's so many different things that come into play there. But I got 124 free click or 113 free unique clicks, and I got at least one opt-in. Right? And it was starting to be shared on Twitter and all that kind of stuff. Right? So as you can see, you can start to build momentum if you continue to send this stuff out. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Anybody have any questions on any of that stuff so far?
Not seeing any.
Nope. All right. So the stats aren't too bad. The opt-in rate, obviously, with a better squeeze page, and even this campaign compared to the one with the yellow was a different looking squeeze page. It was slightly different, so the opt-in rate was a little bit different. It wasn't as high, but it was okay. It wasn't quite where I wanted it to be. So again, remember what I said at the beginning. Starting slow, testing, tweaking, and then monetizing, right? So there's obviously all kinds of little changes that I can make in there, okay? So tracking. So let's talk about tracking. I did show you some of the data that I had there, but again, we can kind of go through this because we kind of talked a little bit about it, but you want to track your opt-ins. You want to know how many people subscribed, came through and actually subscribed to your email list. And again, we're shooting for a 50% opt-in rate or as close as we can get, okay? Anywhere between 45 and 50 is pretty good. We want to capture almost at least half the traffic if we can, okay? We want to track our conversions. Your conversion rate is pretty important. We want to know how well that squeeze page is converting, okay? That's the conversion rate. We want a 50% conversion rate. We want to get them into subscribers, okay? We want to track our sales as much as we can. Depending on the offer, whether if it's your own offer, it's easier to track sales because you can put your tracking pixels and tracking codes on your your sales funnel. If you're using affiliate traffic or affiliate pages, affiliate offers, it's a little bit more difficult to know how well they convert. One of the things that you can do is when you use platforms like JVZoo, Warrior Plus, you can add what they call affiliate tracking IDs, and you can see what funnel or where exactly the traffic comes from. So when I did those tests, I put affiliate tracking codes, because I had 2 different pages, 2 different thank you pages. And that fast action bonus that you saw on both those different pages, I actually put 2 different tracking codes on each one to know what sales came from which funnel. So you want to know what funnel obviously is converting the best for you, not only opt-ins, but also sales. Okay? So you want to be tracking everything. Third-party software makes it easier. Like I said, I use quality click control, which works pretty well for me. But again, when you get into affiliate offers, you're going to have to use different things. I know Warrior Plus does it, JVZoo does it. I'm sure, third-party platforms like, shopping carts like Kartra, Thrive Carts, all those ones, all that mechanism is built in there. But if it's an affiliate offer, you either have to ask them for access to that, or you're going to have to find a way that platform does it for you. But most of them does allow you to track where your paid traffic's coming from. Well, I did say a thing there about retargeting for Facebook. I'm not a Facebook expert by any means, but I do put Facebook pixels on all my pages to actually start building audiences, even though I don't really know how to use them all that well. But you can actually track conversions in there as well, and retargeting is big. You want to continue to use retargeting. If you're good at Facebook ads and all that kind of stuff, this can be really good for you. I'm not real good at it. I'm learning it, but there's so much involved in there. It's tough. But even if you don't know anything about it, get your pixel and put it on every single page that you have. And especially if you're using optimized press, there's a global setting that you can just put it in there and it puts it on all your pages.
Yep. All right, we have a question.
Okay.
Howard says, please clarify, JVZoo has tracking function. The vendors have all affiliates pixels on their thank you pages? No.
No, so when you go into, let's see. So when you go into the help desk, it's going to tell you, so as an affiliate, so when you guys get an affiliate link, so it's JVZoo/C, this is usually your affiliate ID, and this is the vendor product code. When you put this little question mark TID equals, and then your code behind it, that's actually going to show you, it's going to track your sales. So when you go into, after this, it's going to tell you, you go into your affiliate transaction page, and for whatever the period is, it's going to show you, if your tracking code was, ABC123, it's going to show you ABC123 or ABC124. Wherever that came from, this will show you as an affiliate. Does that answer your question, Howard?
Yes. All right, and then Holly's asking, roughly how much time does it take to put together the multiple funnels? That's going to depend. That's going to depend on if it's your product. It's going to depend on, on everything. There's like 3,000 variables in that. There's no way to answer that, and it takes different people a different amount of times. I can throw a funnel together in 30 minutes, but if I'm doing something that's complex and with all my tracking and stuff like that, it could take a couple of hours.
Yeah, it can take a long time, especially when you want to get your tracking codes in there. You want to make sure your opt-in works. You want to do all this stuff to make sure it works. It can take, the first couple times, and if you don't do it on a regular basis, because you want to do these all the time. You want to test and tweak and add different pages and, test headlines and stuff like that. But once you kind of get the flow on, the first thing you need to do is you need to wrap your head around on what page and flow goes where. So I want to go from my squeeze page to my share page to, my 2 thank you pages. As long as you understand the flow and what you're trying to get out of it, it becomes easier. Mm-hmm. But there are lots of tools that can kind of help you get there too, right? So one of the things that I do, because I kind of like developing software, as you know, I look to solve problems for myself. So when I develop software, I want to take all that stuff out of there. So when you look at what I've built, it's optimized press, or the squeeze page is Convertread. because Buzzinar works with WordPress, won't work natively with Convertread, so I can't get that shared box inside Convertread, so I have to use Optimize Press. Then I have a plugin, Buzzinar plugin, to put that box inside that page, and then I got to create everything else. Right? So depending on what you're putting together and how advanced you want it to be, can take half an hour to days.
Yep.
Depending on what you're trying to get out of there. Right? So if you have the right tools, it's easier, right? And that's the one thing that a lot of people don't want to use tools or don't use certain tools. You have to have tools. You don't have to buy every one, but you need to buy the ones that work for you. Or create them, one or the other. So I'll kind of show you what I'm working on as that's coming up. You're spoiling my fun at the end because you're ruining the big surprise.
Trevor's got this really cool thing he's created, you guys.
Yeah. So I'll kind of show you that when we get there. But it will kind of answer some of your questions. But, without those tools, you have to have the right tools in the right time in the right place, if that makes sense, right?
Yes.
So, there's not many tools that do the viral sharing, right? So I've taken that and I'm doing something more with that because I want it to do more. And there's so many other things that kind of come into play, okay? The first couple times you do it, it's probably going to take you probably a few hours at least to do it. Because again, if you don't have templates, whatever, you got to write your own headline. But I've given you a tool to check your headline to see how well it's going to convert, or at least what kind of emotional response you're going to get. Okay? Use simple tools like Aweber is your autoresponder. You can easily get a form, plug that right in, see Optimize Press or whatever you're using, right? So there are all kinds of different ways to make this not that difficult. Although I made it sound difficult, but it's not really that difficult. It's like anything, right? You have to pre-plan and think it out rather than just jumping in and trying to figure it out, right? So what I do is I draw everything out. I'm a pen and paper person. I'll draw my squeeze page. I'll draw the flow. I'll actually show you when we stop recording how I actually put the flow of my software together for somebody that's not a marketer to understand it, if that makes sense.
Awesome.
So to give it to a developer and a programmer, they have no clue what we're doing. So for them to understand what I want, I have to be able to articulate that. And the same goes when you sit down to make your funnel. You need to be able to articulate it to yourself to make sure it works, or how you want it to work. That makes sense?
Absolutely.
Cool. All right, so let's talk a little bit about buying ads. We don't have too much more to go, but we'll kind of get through that. So once you have it all set up, you've tested it, it's time to start getting traffic, start getting the solo ads. Solo ads are a great way to get quick traffic to make sure everything is working and the way you want it converting, okay? Obviously, there's other ways for paid traffic, Facebook, CPC, all kinds of different ways, but solo ads are quick and easy to find out and get the metrics that you want, and you can pay for what you want, right? So you can get 100 clicks to see how things kind of sit. If things work, you get 500 or 1,000 clicks. So you can ramp up, but you want to make sure that you have everything working, and you want to vet it out, okay? So the first thing you want to do is you want to research good quality vendors, okay? Like most of us, we all hang out in groups online, so do they. So there's a ton of Facebook groups, search solo ad vendors, solo ad testimonials. Inside all these groups, you're going to see different testimonials, all kinds of information about these people, okay? So here's one group here, solo ad testimonials, and you can go through and read about all these different vendors, okay? And they're going to tell you who sold it, what kind of clicks they were, so if they were funnel clicks, exit clicks, solo ad clicks, or email clicks, okay? How many they ordered, how many they got. Most of them tend to over-deliver, okay? They usually give you a 10% over-delivery, so you're going to get a little bit more than what you pay for. What their opt-in rate was, where their traffic came from, and did their traffic make sales, right? So you want to have traffic that converts sales, right? If they're not, depending on the amount of traffic, you want to make sure that they have sales. It may not always convert for your funnel because your funnel's not set properly yet, or you need to tweak it, but you know at least their traffic has made sales somewhere for someone. But you can look through all these groups and find all these different people, okay? Most of them have a sales page somewhere that you can get to. like this guy here. He's got a solo ad sales. Most of their sales page is just filled with testimonials. One of the things that I like to do is when I go through testimonials, look for basically solo ad vendors selling to solo ad vendors. It happens to get them on their list, but I just don't like to see it a lot. That's just my opinion. It depends on how much. When you see it, it will jump off the page at you. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know who has them. Most of them are straight up people. They're pretty good. But there are shady ones just like everybody else. So you got to do your homework, right? And that's why I always say start small. Most of them start at, this guy starts at 200 clicks, but, 36 cents per click, 85 to 90% tier 1 traffic, English speaking traffic only. I don't know how he guarantees that, but, detail live, that could be something you would start with. For $72 for 200 clicks, not too bad. Something to start with, just to see what the traffic's like, right? And especially if you're testing 2 different funnels like I did, I would tell them I want 100 clicks here and 100 clicks here to see which one converts better. Okay? But you got to do your homework and start, looking through these, find their pages. But when you search solo ads, there are a ton. There's a bunch of groups, right? There's Solo Ad Tribe. See which one. Solo ad testimonials is a pretty good one. You can see some of them have, I'm trying to find one that has, I think this one of them has like 30,000 members or something in it. So you're going to be able to get, see this one's got 2,500 people. I don't remember the name of it now. But there's one that's got 25,000 people in it. What was this one? Where did that one go? Solo Ad Tribe. I just saw it. For some reason, I want to think that had. Nope. I can't find. But there is one that has a ton of people. But just start going these. Get access to these groups. Start going through, reading about them. This one here, 37,000 members in this group, right? So this is the one that we were just in. This is, I don't know where this is going to go. This goes in the chat box. Oh, here. Here. Hoping everyone can see that. I don't use GoToWebinar. But anyway, that's the Facebook group that I'm in. Right? So you can start going through all these stuff. Now, I know this person is May, whoever she is, she's a solo ad seller. Okay? So she's a solo ad seller as well. So you want to make sure, again, she's buying a solo ad from somebody else. Mixed clicks, that's probably going to be partly a solo ad and partly exit or funnel clicks. So I don't know how good quality that is. I don't know. Right? But you just want to make sure you got to go through and vet some of this stuff.
And what are mixed? You don't know what mixed clicks are?
I don't really know. So it's probably, I'm guessing, like I would just ask the question, what's mixed clicks? Okay. I don't know who this person is. I wonder if they have a page. I'm guessing it's going to be partly either funnel clicks and exit clicks, or partly email clicks and funnel clicks. So a mix of the 3 that I talked about from the beginning.
Okay.
It would be my guess. So it's not going to be 100% solo ad clicks. So I don't really know the quality of that, but here, you can see in this one here, tier 1 traffic, 79%. Tier 1, 83%. So it's not as high quality as some of the other ones that we saw, right? 83%. So it depends on what you're looking for and depending on what you want to start at, right? So, here's some solo ad clicks. So they do sell other things. So it all depends on how they have their link tracker set up, right? Depends on what you want. So in here, like if I wanted to sell solo ads, I could sell it up in here too. It all depends on when I set up link trackers and campaigns and stuff like that. What kind of traffic and where it comes from, I can direct it different ways. And they can do the same thing. Because they're probably all using the same program. But just get in here, start reading. The next thing that I have on here is obviously interacting with vendors, okay? Start talking to them, start asking questions. Most of them that are any good are going to give you advice. So I'll ask a vendor, how well is this squeeze get page going to convert for your traffic? Is it mobile? Is it desktop? Get their feedback. Sometimes they'll say something about their headline. As long as they're not changing it completely, it's still relevant to your offer. You want to make sure that it's still presenting what you're giving them in an ethical way, right? So there's tweaking and stuff like that to get the most out of their list. Obviously, they want to give you the most, what's the word I'm looking for, quality they can, because obviously everything is testimonial based for them. So if they get bad feedback, they're out of business. They want good feedback on their solo ads. They're going to ask you to post and stuff like that. So they got to give you the best traffic they can. So, ask about the swipe copy. What are they going to send? Make sure it's relevant to your offer. Ask them to see it. Ask them to blind copy you on it so you can see what they're sending out. Okay? So make sure it matches your offer and it matches your list. It matches the niche, whatever. Okay? But see what they're giving as well. But start asking questions, talking back and forth. If they want your business and they're, a solid quality vendor, they're going to talk to you. They're not just going to give you, BS answers. They're going to help you the best that they can. Ask them how they built their list. Sometimes they'll tell you, depends on how the conversation goes and what kind of clicks you're getting. Okay. You can even ask if they're brokering clicks. So, what that means is me, for example, I could sell you solo ad clicks, but I just buy them from somebody else at a cheaper cost. And then I sell them to you. So there's a lot of solo ad vendors that will do that, or if they can't supply the amount of clicks that you've ordered, they'll buy some clicks from somebody else. So it's not 100% their list, their pool of users, subscribers. Okay, so those are some things to kind of keep in mind as you're talking to these vendors and whatever. If they get all frustrated and don't want to tell you those answers, move on to the next one, because there's tons of them out there that are willing to talk to you and help you out. It's like when you talk about, outsourced workers and stuff like that, there's tons of them out there. Don't just settle. Find somebody that you can work with and that's going to give you the best, opportunity to succeed as you go through this. Test the traffic. Okay. So start small and scale up. If it's good traffic, and it's paying for your ad cost, obviously you want to buy more clicks from that vendor, maximize what you can from that vendor and then move on. But make sure that you're testing it. It's good quality. It's responsive. It's responding to your emails. You're making sales. Okay. Basically, we want to make sure that we're finding vendors. We're asking the questions. You're finding vendors that you feel comfortable interacting with, and that you feel comfortable. You can have a conversation with them. You can have a good relationship with them. Check their reviews. Just make sure it's the right fit. Right? Don't feel pressured into getting into something or them pressuring you into buying something. It's your choice at the end of the day, and you want to find somebody that you work with or that you feel comfortable working with. All right. So just to kind of wrap up the presentation and all that kind of stuff. So just remember that solo ads are paid advertising, and you need to always be testing, tweaking, and self-liquidating your budget for immediate return. So start small, scale your winners, and build on success. Okay? So, does anyone have any questions on any of that?
Let me see here. Carolyn says, is there a blacklist? Like a solo ad vendor blacklist? Is that what you're asking? And then...
Actually...
Uh-oh.
I think there is. I don't go in here very often, but I think there is, to be honest with you. Yeah, right there. Solo ad blacklist. How current it is, I don't know.
Yeah, this looks like 20.
Doesn't look very current,
yeah,
but I know there was one at one point. So, but you'll start to see as you kind of go through, start reading the testimonials, start talking to people. You'll get a feeling of what they're like, right? And that's why you test small. 100 clicks shouldn't cost you very much. You saw the one I saw that we had there, 200 clicks for $75. So, you cut that in half the clicks, you're looking at less than $50. You're looking at $45, right? So, everybody's budget and business is different, but solo ads is paid traffic. Like, you need to understand it's paid traffic, but again, what's our goal? Self-liquidating offer, right? So do the look first. Take your time. Don't just rush to get it through. I know, I forget who was asking the question about how long will it take. don't rush, right? We want to make sure that we get the right pieces in the right place, okay? But don't rush through it. Make sure everything's there. Like, you're tracking. Like, even on some of my stats, I forgot to put tracking on certain parts of my pages, so I didn't get the stats I wanted. So I had to go and retest again, right? I was rushing through it for a different reason, but I missed certain things, right? But I still got certain stats that I needed, but I wanted others. I wanted more. Just don't rush through everything. Make sure it's mobile optimized. A lot of people aren't going to do that. Make sure, it's small, it's memorable, it's what you want to deliver. And it ultimately represents you, right? You got to, write all those emails, right? It's not just about the funnel. You need to have, and that's why it's automated and autoresponder, right? We want to be able to send out emails and we don't have to worry about them. So you got to write those ahead of time too, right? Keep all that stuff in mind. But take your time, build it properly, and, you'll see the return. You should see it pretty much right away if you build it properly. Find a good offer, work with Liz and I, and, find an affiliate that you have something. And here's something else you can do too, is you can find an affiliate offer that resonates with you, that you like, you can get behind. Build your funnel backwards. So you find an affiliate offer you like, you build your fast action bonus, you build your thank you pages and your squeeze page to fit that affiliate offer.
Exactly. That's a whole business model right there, what you just said, guys. You can do that with affiliate marketing all day long. Richard is...
Wait till I show you what I have on my next page.
Awesome. Richard's asking if you have an affiliate link for quality click control software.
You know what? Whoever wants that, message me separately. Jason's not really in the IM space anymore, but I do have it. He might even give it to me to give away, or I can find a link for it.
Okay, perfect.
But I just happen to run into him at Commission Expo, but he's not really doing a lot of this stuff. I think he's totally out of the space doing other things. But if people are interested in it, I could probably get a hold of him and see either, because I know he did go to a hosted model, or if he's cool with me, like the version that I have is the last one that's server based that I put on my server.
Okay, cool.
He did go to a set, like a hosted model, like a monthly fee and stuff like that. But I'll see what I can get.
Okay.
From him, if people are interested in going down that route, for sure.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I don't see
Anybody
any.
else? No? Okay. So what am I doing to make this easier on myself? So like I said, I like to develop software, so I'm creating a software that's going to do all the hard work for me and anybody else that's interested. Basically what it's going to do, it's going to be a viral lead funnel generator. So all those pages that I talked to you about, the squeeze page, the lead magnets, the share page, the thank you pages, the fast action bonus, affiliate offers, all the monetization is going to be part of this. It's going to automatically segment your subscribers based on their action. So there's going to be an autoresponder, not the same as like an Aweber per se, but it will have sending capabilities, and it's going to automatically segment your users based if they share or not, if they purchase or not. As we build different funnels into this, it's going to do all that work for you. It's going to have a full database of affiliate offers with fast action bonuses. So one of the things as a newer affiliate or newer user, or a newbie per se, is getting approved for affiliate offers. Maybe we'll ask the question and Liz can tell me how many, but everybody that's on the webinar, how hard is it to get approved for affiliate offers? Or how many have been denied getting affiliate offers because you don't have sales or very few sales? I know I went through that, and I know when I get affiliate requests, I look at how many sales I have, what's the refund percentage, all that kind of stuff. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing is going out and negotiating offers to make it easier. I won't say guaranteed, but pretty much guaranteed for users to go and have all approved for affiliate offers. It's going to have the bonus pages, the fast action bonus pages, all the email swipes, all going to be loaded into an autoresponder sequence, and it's going to send for you. So we're also going to take those two funnels that we have. It's going to automatically create both funnels, so all the pages, all the work's done. You'll be able to go through and tweak and test and all that kind of stuff. but it's going to do all the testing for you. It's going to show you the metrics, and you can decide which one you want to keep, send your traffic to, whatever, and we're going to host everything. That's where it's going.
Oh, sweet.
So let me ask, would something like this make your life easier? So everyone on the webinar, how easy would that make your life? And that's what I have right now. Like I still have, I'll kind of show you some of the other stuff, but yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, everybody, yeah, sounds easy. Oh yeah. Let's see. Raymond is replying just to me. He's saying yes. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, so again, it's solving a problem for me, but again, I wouldn't be a marketer. I wouldn't be, in this business if it wasn't to make money too, right? So, still working out some details, still being programmed, and once we kind of get through to the end, I'll show you exactly kind of what's kind of being put in there, and the cool stuff that I'm doing with the funnel building and stuff like that. So, that's pretty much what I had as far as that goes. So, this is a great way. I like working with people. So one of the things is, and I had a mentor, years ago, and Liz, you know who he is, Sterling Valentine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, he always said to me that, when you make it, you need to pay it forward. You need to throw the rope over the fence and help the next person succeed. He had mentors that did it for him. He's done it for me. You're one of my mentors. You were my first mentor. I don't know how many people on this webinar know that. But you were my first webinar, oh my God, I don't know how many years ago now. But, it's my turn to pay it forward too, right? So I'm hoping everyone got a lot out of the webinar, but I want to continue to help, everyone here reach their potential, right? I've got to the point where I'm able to develop software to help not only myself, but other people. I want to take what I know. I've shared recordings. I like doing this stuff, and I want to make sure that I help people in their business and succeed. Anyone here that wants personal help from me on their business, I wouldn't just take, I'd be more than honored to help people in the next chapter of their journey. I know how it is. We all kind of know how hard that is.
Yes.
So when Liz asked me to come on here, I'm like, what can I do? What can I do for people that are here, that are trying to get over that next hump like I did for so long? So of course, like everyone else, I kind of came up with something that I want to do for everyone, and show everyone how to get there, because I think the biggest thing is having a mentor is not only just somebody that coaches you, it's the introductions, it's the friendships, it's a lot more than just showing me how to do things, right? That goes such a long way, and it helps you determine who you are and what you want to be in the business, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is the software that everyone said would make their life easier. As I go through it, it's still in development, so I would have loved to just say, yeah, I'm going to do that on here, but I can't. So I'm going to put a whole bunch of other stuff in here to help everyone get to that next level. So as this releases, I'm going to give you guys all beta access to instant, that was my old software, viral lead machine is what I'm calling it. I'm going to give you guys access to that. So beta access means you're going to see it launch. You're going to be part of helping discover bugs, the development, what works, what doesn't, what you like, what you don't, okay? Currently the model, the pricing structure that we're going through is probably monthly, which is roughly $37 a month. That works out to be $804 a year. I'm going to give you guys access to that because I need help too to make sure it works and what doesn't. But at least that way you're able to build these funnels, you're helping develop, and you get over that hump you need, and you don't have to pay the monthly fee. The next thing I'm doing, and I'm working on this as well, is having my own coaching program. So one, I know how to put products together, I know how to launch them. That's what I want to do. I like teaching. As you saw, I don't know how many of you guys watched the last link that I had when I did my last launch. I've got a lot of knowledge in there. I did a lot of things, and this one's growing. I've got the webinar all built for this already. It's a program that I'm going to be charging about $3,000 for. But I need testimonials for the program. I want to develop content, webinars, all that kind of stuff. And I want to be able to share my knowledge with everyone else. I don't know how many people on here want to develop and create and launch a product. The reality is, if you're an affiliate or not, you still need to create a product.
Absolutely.
I'm going to show you how to do that. Sorry?
I said absolutely. That's the fastest traffic, guys. Create and launch a product.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, I've got the program together, I got a lot of videos, I've got my handouts, a ton of stuff in there. I'm going to basically give you backroom access to all my launch strategies. So handouts, resources, templates on my sales pages, coaching on your product launch. I can help you do those. And something that only this group is going to see is you guys are going to be immersed right directly in, my viral lead machine launch. So through all the process starting today on how, I do the software development, how I came up with the ideas, how I give that to my developer, how I hire outsourced workers, how I develop the funnel, the recruitment of JVs and affiliates, everything you can think of is going to be behind this. And this is probably going to be a 6-figure plus launch. So that in itself is probably more than most people will see, but I want you guys to see that so you can take that to your business. Now this one here is, I've only got one spot for this, and I'm going to tell you why I have one spot for this. So I'm going to partner with somebody on a product launch. So I started developing a graphics PLR package that is very unique, and Liz and those that know me can vouch that I don't do things on a small scale when it comes to product development. It's going to be different. It's 85% complete. So anybody that wants to, 1, build a list, 2, launch a product and learn a whole bunch from it, I want to take somebody as a partner on this product. I can only take one, unfortunately. If I have another one, depending on how things go, I would do it again. But this one I already have, like I said, 85% built. I need sales pages and certain things, but the product is essentially done. So there will be work involved. Coaching programs don't work unless you put the work in. It's not a done for you, it's a done with you. Okay? That's how coaching programs should work. Right? So there will be work involved. And the launch, when this would launch, determines on how determined that person is working with me. So that's a pretty unique opportunity that I don't see very many people do, but it's something that, find the right person that's in this group. I know Liz's group is pretty good and is determined, so that's why I would be willing to do that with somebody in this group. Someone that wants to take action that's going to push forward, and I'm going to push you pretty hard to kind of get through this. But again, I'm going to show you a different launch model that has different things built into it that can do really, really well. And then you can get involved in the recruitment and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot to learn there, and having somebody beside you, it takes a lot of that stress away, especially on a first launch. So a couple other things, website and funnel critique. So when you guys kind of get to that point, we'll go through the funnel, we'll look at your website, we'll kind of get some fixes going on. Some one-on-one time with me, right? So having calls. I know Liz does this. I know a lot of mentors do this. I put 6 live sessions, just 30 minutes each, but we all know the reality. It'll probably be more than that. I like to talk, as you guys can tell. So I got no problem doing that. And then I use an app called Voxer as well, which is basically like a messaging service where you guys, if you're building your funnel and you got a question, I'm stuck, you can message me and we'll get an answer relatively quickly. So that's kind of what I like to put out there. It's a lot. I just want to make sure I give back to the community like everyone's done to me. Do the math. Like everyone else, we'll kind of do that. We're not going to do that, but we're just going to do like a $4.97 kind of get in the door. That's it. I just want to help you get to the next stage. So anyone that's interested, like I said, I'd be honored to kind of work with you guys, along with Liz and everybody else. I think it would be great. But that's kind of what I had.
Okay, sweet. So that's beta access to the viral lead machine when that's ready. Okay, and they get lifetime to that.
I'm not gonna like I said, you're gonna help develop the product too. So it's helping me with bugs, helping me with all that stuff. Once it's all kind of worked out, they're gonna get access to it as long as it's up.
All right, cool. So that's kind of like the insider's access. That's cool.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool. And then the instant launch formula coaching program, that's where you teach them to launch their own product. And guys, Trevor's done lots of launches. Trevor.
Yeah, I've got videos. Really at the end of the day, I've gone through programs. Either you watch the videos or you don't. Most of the time I don't. it's the one-on-one time that's important.
Exactly.
Right? You get through that, but I've got like templates on how to write sales pages, product ideas, how I come up with my offers and funnels and all that kind of stuff to help you work through that. Like it's got the website and funnel critique, set live sessions, all that kind of stuff. It's all in there.
All right, okay,
and I want to put more in there, but that's what I have already, right? It's how to hire outsourcers and work with development teams, all that kind of stuff.
Okay, cool. And then on the website funnel and critique, let's say somebody, that we've just watched your presentation on doing solo ads. Could we use that website and funnel critique for a critique on one of our funnels we're going to run solo ads to?
For sure.
Ah, guys, and that really makes it worth it. And then of course the 6 live sessions in the Voxer app. This is like getting another coach, guys, and I highly recommend Trev. I really do. He's not just somebody I do business with, guys. Trev's a personal friend. So I can't recommend this enough. And Trevor, we so appreciate this.
Hey, anytime.
All right, guys. So, any questions for Trevor before I let him go? Any questions, guys? And then we're going to change gears. North says, are there solo ad providers for the health and wellness niche?
There are. I don't use them, but I know there are. Yeah. There are out there. You just got to ask around. But that's a pretty big niche, so yeah, there are.
All right, cool. Everybody's saying thank you. Angeline says, just wondering whether Edmund Lowe is also your mentor?
He was? Yeah. I talked to Edmund, yeah.
Cool. Okay, I think we're just getting lots of things now. How long is the special available, this Trevor special?
We'll leave it up for a while. I never really put a date on it, so...
Okay, and do I need to cut this out of the recording?
No, we can leave it in there. I'm good with it.
Okay, cool.
I mean, certain things will come out. Like, as certain things launch, it will probably change. When I launch the coaching program, that will probably have to change and stuff like that. But
exactly.
That's not happening anytime soon. I mean, realistically, launching with someone like the partnering on a product launch, that's something that can be done quick and easy. Like I am like this. I'll show you guys, when we kind of finish doing what you're doing, you stop the recording, I'll show you guys what I'm doing with this software. I'm literally immersed in this and don't have time for, launching another product.
All right, hey, on this, somebody has a question. How are you going to decide who gets to partner on the product launch?
Probably what I'll do, I was going to say the first one that kind of comes through, but I think that's not always the best fit. I'll probably kind of sit down and get on a one-on-one.
Okay.
And see how determined people are.
Okay, perfect.
And what they're going to kind of put into it, right? Like I said, there's going to be work involved, right? So, if you've never written copy before, that's cool. You need to learn to write copy. I'll tell you how to do it, and we'll do it together. But, do the first stages. Like, there's lots of stuff to learn there. That's really what the benefit of that is. And like I said, if we've got, if I have somebody else that comes up with a great idea, doesn't mean that I won't, partner with somebody else down the road. It's just, we got to make sure that it's the right fit and the right product and stuff like that. But I'd rather get on a phone, like on just a call with somebody and see where they're at, what kind of time they have, what the time frame is, just to make sure it's the right fit.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I don't want to cut the recording yet. Can you hang out for just a few, and then we can talk, and then we can cut the recording, and you can show us what you want to show us?
Yeah, I'm not going nowhere.
Right,
I'll be here.
Perfect. Okay, I'm going to take back control. So, guys, that's thiskickspot.com/Trevor special, if I can talk. It's on your screen there. Let me send that out to everybody also. Let's do entire audience. See, this is like...
Dan Stanley came through, did ya? Dan Stanley.
I love Dan.
Awesome.
Trevor special. All right. So that should go out to all of you guys so you can see that. All right. And Trevor, just so you know, the person who is asking, thanks, and does the special price include the partner on a product launch? That's Angeline.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I can vouch for her. She's very teachable. She's green, but she's very teachable.
Cool. And like I said, if we come up with another idea, I got no problem working with that too.
Okay.
You know, if only a couple people come through, like I said, I've got one that's almost done already. I got more on my board. That's not a big deal.
Okay, cool.
It all depends on how determined everybody is. That's cool.
Cool. All right, guys. So let me take back the presenter here from Trevor. Make presenter. Show my screen. All right, so everybody should see my screen now, right? I will get Trevor's slides from him, and I'll pull those links, and I will put them in the resources document for today. Okay, guys?
I think I can get all the slides, so I can print them all off for you.
Okay.
I think I can put them in a PDF. I'll see if I can do that right now.
Okay, cool. Or just send me the links. All right, I'm going to mute Trevor out for now. All right, guys. So, let's talk about, so we did today's lesson. I just want to quickly go over the accountability people. I know we ran a little bit long tonight. I want to grab this link and put it in your resources document because that's one of the solo ad places that Trev was just showing us. Let's do Team Tomey accountability. Okay, so everybody checked in this week. So on Survivor Island, or as we call it, Accountability Island, everybody is still on the island. We've only lost 2 people so far. Let's see. Fred, he is working on, so he's got a squeeze page. He wants to have a special offer after it. Fred, tonight's presentation hopefully helped you. Let me see if everybody's on here. Let's look here. Because that's part of this. If you guys want to stay in this, you have to be on here. And I don't see Fred. Uh-oh. This could be a problem. All right, this is Fred's second week getting a frowny face. So, I will talk to Fred and see if what's going on with him. I know he's had a lot of issues. Stuff like that. But guys, here's the thing with life issues, family issues, stuff like that. You still got to push through. You still got to do the work. When I have lost control in my life and not made the money I should have been making, it was because of life things. I made a vow that I would never let that happen again. Okay? Now, I know stuff happens. I get it. I know. I have kids. I have a whole family. There's a lot of drama and stuff that happens. But you've got to push through, okay? Gary, he and I, he's decided he's going to create and sell resale rights products. And let's see, Gary's on here. So he is safe today. So he gets a smiley face for this week. Let's see who else we have here. Richard says, preach. Exactly. Hey, this is serious stuff. You guys are building a business to either replace your income, make more money. You want to make money for some reason. And if you want it bad enough, you'll do it. My friend Arun tells me all the time, because I get all my people, and I get down because my people aren't doing what they're supposed to do. And he's like, Liz, you can't teach hunger. And that's true. I can't teach you to want it. That has to be in you. All right, Holly. I know Holly's on here, so she's got her deal. Jan, let's see if Jan is on here. Yep, we've got Jan tonight. Perfect. Let's see. Rick. PQ. Rick, he's on here. Great job, guys. I'm proud. Let's see. Robert. Uh-oh. No, Robert Howe. Robert gets a frowny face this week. Robert might be at work, though. Work, I get. You guys only have so much time where you can be on these webinars, be working on your business, but part of this accountability is being on these webinars. So I will check in with Robert and see why he wasn't on, and that will decide if he gets to stay in the accountability program or not, okay? Let's see. We've got Russell. Yes, Russell's on. I have more messages from Russell, but I know he knows what he's supposed to be doing this week. And is Suresh on PQR? He is not. Okay, we got a couple people with frowny faces this week. That's a big part of this accountability is showing up. So you guys have got to show up, okay? Let's see. And I will get with you guys tonight. We're going to start, is what I'm going to try to do is each Tuesday night, right after the webinar, I'm going to be messaging you guys about what your action for the week is, okay? So be thinking, what action are you going, what is your goal this week that you want me to keep you accountable with, okay? So you guys will be hearing from me in just a bit. But guys, that's it for this webinar. If you guys want to hang out and see what Trevor wants to share with us, we're doing it off camera. But this is why you've got to be at these webinars. There's so much that gets shared that doesn't always get recorded because we don't want it out to, number one, everybody and their brother. And sometimes things are, time sensitive, and we don't want that information out there. So it's always important to try your best to be on these webinars. And if you're in the accountability program, it's mandatory, okay? All right, so any questions I can help anybody with on their business? Let me see, pull the questions back up here. Jan says, I got my opt-in set up. I'm not happy with the opt-in form, but it will do for now. I signed up to make sure everything works, and then when I went to Aweber to do something else, I got excited because I had a subscriber. Yep, I'm a goober. It was me. And I am almost finished with my email to my PLR folks to promote the resale rights bundle. It should go out by tomorrow afternoon. Not a complete waste of the week. And Jan was even on vacation and she got stuff done. So I'm pretty sure Jan wins this week too. Okay, I think Jan is definitely our star once again, as she was last week. So you guys in this accountability program, I don't know, Russell's running a really quick second. Rick's doing really good too. Holly, I think we had a great breakthrough last week. Gary, we're just trying to rein him in. But you guys are all doing very, very well. But I think Jan, she really won me over this week with working while she was on vacation. All right, guys. Who has any questions about anything I can help them on in their business? Anything related to Team Tomey? Anything like that? If not, we're going to cut it for this week and hang out with Trev for a little bit longer. Jan says, LOL, they're going to start to hate me. They can't hate you for putting the work in, girl. You can't hate somebody for that. I'm going to give you guys a couple more seconds and we're going to be done for the night. Anybody in any of my coaching programs? Any questions? Anything that you're working on that you need help with? Jeff says, okay, in your RTG resale rights course, is the email sequence all you use for no like trust, or is there more? Ready to go resale rights course. Jeff, do you mean the resale rights business in a box? Okay, no, the emails that are in there, that's it. You need to go through the training to see what additional emails you need to add. Have you gone through the training for that yet, Jeff? Okay, then in that I cover what emails to add. We don't do the no like trust emails because that's hard for us to do because it's you. They have to know and like trust you, so you've got to kind of develop those yourself. Putra says still working on 30 PE, so 30-day product empire. Still working on my first product. Get those products done. We're now done with products. We're getting ready to move on to email, the automation sauce, and then the next step is traffic. So you're like steps away from the money, but you can't make money without products. So get those done. Russell says, any ideas of why a promotional banner shows up on my desktop computer but not mobile browser? The only thing I could think of is it's what file extension is the image? Yeah, until I know that, I won't be able to tell you. Randy just missed the question. Okay, Randy, Russell is saying, any ideas of why a promotional banner shows up on my desktop computer but not my mobile browser? Russell, you might have to get with Randy on that, because that's out of my techie abilities. And guys, as always, remember, any techie issues you need, go to Randy. Randy says, well, the theme could be hiding the images as part of responsive layout. Yep. All right, awesome, Russell. Guys, Randy is awesome when it comes to the techie stuff. He's not the cheapest, but he's definitely not the most expensive, but he is the most reliable, okay? If he can help you, he'll tell you, and his prices aren't that bad at all. He's probably the cheapest, when it comes to reliability, he's the cheapest out there that you'll ever get for somebody that's so reliable and doesn't flake out on you and halfway does your project and then stops. Alright guys, I don't see any more questions, so we're going to wrap it up for this week. I appreciate all of you being here. If you guys want to hang out after the webinar and let's see what Trev has, you're more than welcome. But for everybody else, I'll see you guys next week. Have a great night, guys.